Hey friend, welcome to Dulles Church. My name is Andrew. I'm so glad that you're here. We are in our third part and I think our last part of this little mini series where I've taken you behind the scenes to what happens before our church gathering on Sunday mornings, before Brad gets up and speaks and before the worship team, before any of that, what happens before all of that. And it's a time where we call it all call. We get all the leaders and the volunteers of that morning, we huddle up and we think about one thought, we ask one question, give one challenge, talk about a tension that is going to allow us to direct our hearts and our minds in the right direction for that Sunday morning. We believe it's not only applicable, or those things aren't only applicable to what happens on Sunday. We think and we believe that all the things that we talk about at all call actually carry into our everyday lives, outside of the church, outside of Sunday. And so we wanted to allow you to experience Dulles Church in its fullness in this way. We know that watching virtually and from a distance, sometimes you don't get to experience everything. So this is us trying to bring you in and allowing you to see kind of what else happens aside from just inside the auditorium. Okay, so last week I talked about how you know, sometimes you read a verse and you see something, you're like, I know I've read this before, but I don't remember that happening. I got another one for you. Did you know that the Bible mentions a cup of cold water? Yep, explicitly a cup of cold water in verbatim, and it actually only appears one time in the Bible. Water is talked about a lot in the Bible, but a cup of cold water, it's only mentioned one time in the Bible. Matthew chapter 10, Jesus is talking to disciples, basically giving them the mandates and the kind of the step-by-step on how to live out the commission that he's called them to, how to live out the mission of him being who he is, showing his love, building relationships with people, how to do that like he does. So those things, you know, heal those who are sick with leprosy, the blind, pray with those who need it, watch out for the orphans and the widows, clothe people who need it, give food to people who need it. The very bottom of that chapter, verse 42, Jesus says, and if you even give a cup of cold water to the least of my followers, you will be rewarded. If you even give a cup of cold water, and that stuck out to me, a cup of cold water, wow, you know? And I think the reason it stuck out to me is because a lot of the things that Jesus often calls his disciples to that we see, we think of them as really big displays, like healing leprosy, making someone who's blind be able to see, casting out spirits and demons, a lot of like big things that we were thinking like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. That's insane. But a cup of cold water, that's really simple. And you know, water, I'm pretty sure for a while now, throughout just humanity's existence has known that water is vital to our survival. As important as it is, it often now becomes something that is taken for granted, overlooked. We just drink water. It's something that we do. We need water. We just drink it. We don't ever think about it being an extreme display of heroism or of love or of charity. When we offer somebody a cup of water, someone comes over to your house, you offer them a cup of water, just kind of like, yeah, this is what we do. And I think that Jesus, he talks about a cup of cold water. He only talks about here for one very specific reason. I think he wanted his followers, his disciples at that time, and now applicable to us, I think he wanted them to know that even the small things matter. Healing the sick is good. Miracles are good. Leading people to follow the life and the way of Jesus, those are all good. But don't forget the small little things. Don't forget the things that are often overlooked in your day-to-day life. And so for you and I, what this translates to us is there are things that we do every single day. There are words we say every single day. There are roads we travel. There are doors we walk through. There are people we see every single day. And we do it repeatedly every single day. We drive every single day, some of us. The point is, we all have things that we do on a daily basis that sometimes we don't even think about. We just do it because it's out of habit. And what Jesus wants us to know, and what he wants to challenge us with, what I believe he wants to challenge you with, is to say none of those things should be overlooked, should be taken for granted. Every single one of those things is an opportunity, is a window for you to experience something of me, something of my heart, Jesus' heart. Is a chance for you to be some way, somehow, Jesus' heart. So when you say hi to someone, when you say hello to the first person that you see at work every single day, and you say hi to them first, and it's always hello, how are you? And they say good, how are you? And you say good, and you keep walking. As much as you've done that, as repetitive as it's been, as much as you may think, I don't even know what their name is. I don't even remember how they said they were yesterday. That's the exact thing I think that Jesus wants us to pay attention to, those small little things. So, this week, I challenge you. Think about the small things in your life. Think about the things that you don't think about normally. And ask Jesus to do something in the little things. A cup of cold water.